on digital radio, on the app, on your smartphone, on X, YouTube, and Facebook. The Sportscast. Expect the unexpected.
The Jersey Boys Sports Talk presented by The Sportscast.
The Jersey Boys Sports Talk with Victor Arocho and Byron Jones. And here's your host, Victor Arocho.
I am not Victor Arocho. I am Joey Bag of Donuts, filling in for Victor. And obviously Victor can't make it. But here's who is always here. Byron, how are you, sir?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I can barely hear anything. Good.
Uh-oh.
I'll be right back.
You are fine. Hi, Drew.
Hey, how's it going?
Going all right.
Hey, gentlemen.
Welcome back.
Yeah, for sure.
We got a little... Well, Byron will probably be back, and he's experiencing technical difficulties. Drew, where are you coming in from?
Clearwater.
Oh, so you're not worried about snow and snowstorms and stuff like that, huh?
What is snow?
What is snow?
That's the stuff.
It's frozen water. They call it frozen water.
Didn't it get cold in Florida, though?
Our drinks.
Didn't it get cold in Florida, though?
It actually, in the Tampa Bay area, it actually had a little bit of flurries a couple weeks ago. So
wow.
It's weird because I was born and raised in Jersey and dealt with the cold there, obviously, for many, many years. But the cold here hits different than it does there.
It's what you're used to.
It's the humid.
Right.
That's what it's a humid cold as opposed to a dry cold like y'all got up there. So it does hit different because you feel it in your bones a lot quicker.
You're just used to the warm weather. So when you experience cold weather, it hits harder.
Oh, I'm always used to warm weather. I'm going to the beach this weekend, actually. So.
Oh, come on, man. Don't rub it in. Don't rub it in, okay? Don't do it like that.
Okay? I haven't been to the beach in a week. It's horrible.
Oh, wow.
In Pittsburgh, it's literally 34 degrees right now, and we consider that warm compared to what it's been like this winter.
It's 34 in my fridge, if that helps.
I'm not mad at you, bro.
Hopefully it's that cold. Byron, how are you?
Oh, we're wonderful. The snow is finally melting around here, so I'm all good now.
So did you get hit hard with that storm from a few days ago?
Man, we got 18 inches around here, man. I sit there and watch that snow.
Oh, my God. Oh.
Yeah.
What was it in Boston and New England? They got like 36 inches or something like that. Like,
yeah, New York, upper New Jersey they got like 3 feet of snow up there.
Yeah. My family was sending me all kinds of text message of like,
man, all pictures.
Snow, and I was sending them pictures of palm trees and beaches. It was horrendous for them, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's the way to rub it in, bro.
And this is why I moved down here to get away from this stuff. You kidding me?
Hey, I'm not too far from you. I'm in North Carolina, so I'm good.
That's far enough. Y'all still get some snow and some cold weather.
Yeah, we had a snowstorm not too long ago, so
it's considered a horrible day here if we even see our breath in the morning. That's how warm it stays.
And people freak out, don't they? Like if it gets down to like 40, 45 degrees in Florida, people lose their minds.
You can always tell how long someone's been here based on what they wear, because the first year or two, you're walking around in shorts and short sleeves like it's nothing. Once you get like 2-3 years in, you're like, oh God, below 60. Right. What the hell's going on here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you stop rubbing it in, please? Stop rubbing it in.
Hey, Brian, I was just trying to. I was about to say the same thing. Rubbing it in, brother.
The simple solution is we could just all go down to Florida and we don't have to worry about the cold.
There you go.
I'll meet him at the beach.
66 degrees right now. It's at 8:15 tonight.
Oh, it's 34 here.
34. Oof.
Hi, Rob.
That's wrong. That's not right.
Where are you at, Rob?
I'm down in Ocean County, Toms River.
Oh, you don't have to worry about the cold either. Must be nice.
What? Tom's River, New Jersey.
Oh, so you got all that snow too?
Oh yeah, I had to shovel 2 driveways. I stayed at
not Tom's River,
in-laws.
California.
Yeah. I stayed at the in-laws to shovel out their driveway and everything, and then had to go home after work and shovel out my driveway. That's fantastic.
Be careful when you shovel a driveway with a lot of snow. That's how people get heart attacks. That's how people get injuries.
Yep.
I got injured.
Yeah, happens to a lot of people.
Yeah, you are getting older, Rob. You have to be careful.
Yeah. So they say.
Well, on to the first matter. GM, if we're calling him that, Joe Schoen said, I'm still the general manager of the team, and my role has not changed. I'm still tasked with leading the entire football operation. We're going to work in collaboration, as most good teams do. It's going to be collaborative. Everyone's going to have their role. What is Joe Schoen smoking? Because I don't think that's anywhere close to the truth. Byron, do you think that's actually the case that that Joe Schoen is in charge?
He's lying.
He's a loser.
He's lying. I might as well be in charge instead of that guy. He's not running. John Harbaugh came in there, to be the CEO of that organization, and that's exactly what he's doing. If that makes Joe Schoen feel better, saying that he's actually doing something, oh well. But no, he's not running things. No, he's doing scouting, and that's it.
That's what I heard. He's in charge of scouting, and who is isn't there a lady that is
VP of football operations?
So I think the hierarchy is Shane, whoever that lady is, and then Harbaugh. I think that's how it goes.
That's probably how that works. Just know that Shane is the GM, but he reports to the CEO, John Harbaugh.
Yeah, I mean, they never gave out a map yet, but at the same point, it seems pretty obvious. But you also got to remember the biggest source of that right now is Pat Leonard, who quite frankly hates Joe Schoen with a passion.
Oh yeah, I heard that's who reported that. Yeah,
so I mean, that's not to say he would lie necessarily, but he's going to run with the story in a heartbeat that makes Joe Schoen looks bad.
I mean, look at his past 2 press conferences and see his demeanor when he's out at the podium. He is not the GM like he was last year. There's a lot of power that was removed, and he looked scared the first time he spoke after John came there. And yeah, he looked a little more confident during this past weekend, but it's not the same Joe.
That was a fake it till you make it conference. I mean, if you have to sit there and announce that you're still the GM, that in itself is an indication of where you're at.
That was like Saddam Hussein saying, "I'm still in charge." I'm still when the United States was attacking Iraq or something like that. I'm still here.
In the bunker. Yeah.
It's like when you have somebody who literally is the VP of football operations. It's hard to say you're in charge of football operations unless you're the president of football operations, which he's never been given any kind of title like that whatsoever.
Yeah. Drew and I were talking about this the other night. I don't know about you guys, but I've worked in the corporate world, and it's usually the GM, and then it's usually a VP, and then it's a president, and then it's a CEO. Just say,
yeah, he's.
But you know what? It's like, I don't know if any of you are fans of The Office, but Dwight basically had nothing, but they gave him a title, assistant to the manager or whatever. That's they're just like, you know what? Or it's like in Wizard of Oz, it's like, oh, you don't have a brain. Well, let's give you a certificate that says you have a brain now. That's basically it. It's just a decoration.
I haven't seen the certificate for Joe Schoen yet, and I'm not going to believe it until I see it.
So we'll see. Who are they going to draft in the first round? Who are they looking at right now with this second pick? I'm sorry, not with this.
And that belongs to us. To other
I think it's the Jets. I was thinking of the Jets right now.
Don't give them that. Don't give them my pick over here, Joe. What are you doing?
Okay,
you might as well. Your quarterback went back to school to avoid going to the Jets. I mean, sheesh. That's bad.
Who was that?
The kid from Oregon.
Yeah. That's what they're saying. That he went to,
And he's like, oh, the Jets said that's the number 2 overall pick. I'm going back to Oregon.
No. We're not going. That's not happening. We're not taking that guy.
You would have in a heartbeat.
No, we wouldn't have. No, I don't think so. I don't think they would have went for a quarterback that high. They would have waited for Manning to come out next year. The Jets, they got a plan, I think, with AG and
People are waiting for Manning for 5 years. I'll never get that. Like, just take your shot.
I mean, the only quarterback in this draft is Mendoza. I mean, for me, to pick that high. So
yeah,
I don't
now
think the Jets would.
The Oregon QB Dante Moore. That's the guy you guys would have picked number 2 overall if he came out. No doubt.
You think? I don't think so. I think we got to go all defense this year.
So you want Arvell Reese?
I would like Reese. I would like Bradley. Those two dudes. I flip a coin. Give me either one of them. And then we got the 16th pick. We can go for a cornerback or a safety or something. I think the Jets can move back and get something back there at the 16th.
How'd they get the 16th pick? Who did they get that? Who did they get in a trade
from Indianapolis? We got that with Sauce Gardner.
The Sauce Gardner trade. Yeah.
With the 16th pick, they can get a corner that's almost as good as Sauce Gardner.
I have terrible news. In this mock draft, they have the Jets with the 16th pick taking Ty Simpson, the quarterback from Alabama.
Yes.
Woof.
Oh, they got a quarterback up there at 16. I don't think that's going to happen, man.
He's also being mocked to the Steelers, which to me is a horrible scenario because we already went through this. They took Kenny Pickett a few years ago in the first round with the 20th pick, and we saw how that ended up. It's like if nobody else wants him, then we shouldn't take him either. So
that's right.
If Ty Simpson is this good, he would be going like top 10 or something like that, not 16th.
The problem is with quarterbacks is it's you have one or you don't have one league. That's just life in the NFL. And in the end, the Jets don't have one. And when you don't have one, you get desperate and you reach. And in all fairness, it works out sometimes. Let's be honest. Who didn't say Bo Nix was a reach a couple years ago?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
People slam that pick. Who's the Giants quarterback? People were slamming the Jackson Dart pick. So you don't know. People love JJ McCarthy in the draft.
The Jets are bad with picking quarterbacks, that's for sure. So it is no secret we're terrible at picking quarterbacks. So
people are actually mad at the Steelers for being good. It's like, well, why don't you be bad like the Patriots? Then you get your franchise quarterback. It's not that easy. The Patriots started with Mac Jones, and then they ended up with Drake May.
I love the Steelers fans that sit there and bash Tomlin and say like, oh my God, what a terrible coach. Oh my God, a terrible coach. He's never lost you a season in 20 years of being there. What a terrible coach. And know what happens with that? You don't have a top 10 draft pick. I'm sorry.
Right.
Like you have to when you want to chase or replace Big Ben, you either have to sell your draft away and next year's draft away to replace a guy like that, or you have to go with Kenny Pickett. So, like, what do you want from him?
You got to develop a quarterback. That's what it boils down to. Look at the Packers, classic example. They don't have a top 5 pick or a top 10 pick. They just pick the right guy. They give him a year or two. They develop him.
They usually give him a 3 or 4. But yeah,
gotta have patience. Patience with the quarterback.
You still got to get the right guy, and I think the Packers' method of slowly bringing them along is better than just throwing them to the wolves. All
right? They use a bridge. They'll bridge a quarterback. They usually bridge their quarterback. They go about it the right way.
But you're also looking at the outliner. Like that's a team. What other team has only had 3 quarterbacks in the past 35 years?
Yeah.
So,
okay, I'll throw it this way to you. And I'm pissed they're making me do this as a Giants fan. Cowboys.
Yeah.
And the Cowboys they haven't drafted a quarterback high since like Troy Aikman.
Yeah. Dak was what, a 4th round pick? Tony
Yeah.
Romo was, a late round pick as well. I mean,
yeah.
You don't necessarily have to go get a top 10 pick to get a quarterback. You just have to have the right guy teaching him to maximize what he can do.
Exactly. The right system.
And
the right quarterback coach.
And both the teams have had that no one wants to talk about because it's not sexy, a good offensive line. So it gives the ability for that quarterback, the young quarterback, to develop. And they make mistakes to get more time in the pocket. And the years, especially those early years, both those teams also had good defenses.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you make mistakes, the quarterback doesn't have to make the big sacrifice. Right? If you throw a pick and you only give up a field goal, is it that bad at throwing a pick six? Yeah.
How many good quarterbacks that were drafted high got their careers wasted because they were on a bad team with a bad offensive line and a bad offense, and there was nothing around them to build around, and that they're doing their best and they're getting killed. They have no time in the pocket. They don't develop, and it's just a disaster.
I call it
Sam Donald.
David Carr syndrome.
Right. David Carr. Who is that? I was gonna say who's that Browns guy, but they did that to a lot of people. Tim Couch.
Yeah, they did. There's about 35 in the past 26 years.
You're right. You're gonna have to be a little more specific when you say Browns guy, but yeah.
Tim Couch.
Tim Couch. When they had the expansion franchise, he just got absolutely destroyed and his career got ruined. So yeah, you need something good around them, not just throw the quarterback. We'll see what the Raiders do with Mendoza. We'll see if they make that mistake. But what are the Giants taking? I'm seeing Caleb Downs, the safety from Ohio State. Byron, would you like that pick?
Yeah, it would be all right, but you figure with Harbaugh, what two safeties did he have there? He had Ed Reed at toward the end of his career, and he had Kyle
Hamilton.
Yeah.
Hamilton. So maybe he might go that way. As far as thinking that the safety, the quarterback of the defense. I like the kid. When he came back, came from Alabama to up to Ohio State. I've liked him for years, but taking a safety that high, I don't know, man. Because you figure Malik Neighbors is not going to be available. I don't think he's going to be available the first of the season. I think they should draft the Ohio State wide receiver. To have a 1 and 2 while Neighbors is getting himself together.
So do you not want Wandell back out of curiosity when you say that?
He's a free agent too. Wandell.
I gotta throw it in there. You're not paying Wandell, paying Slayton, keeping Neighbors, and getting somebody mouths to feed here.
You're definitely keeping Neighbors. He's under a contract. There's no way to get rid of Neighbors.
Yeah, I would love to keep Wandell Robinson, but I think he's going to price himself out of New York. Somebody's going to pay him.
I'm not seeing a wide receiver go that high. The first wide receiver I see is going to 13. So I don't see the Giants trading down.
I do.
You think?
I do.
I think that'll be a smart move. Trade down and get more
yeah.
picks. Yeah.
It's not a very top-heavy draft. If you think about it, what's going to end up happening, the way this is going to go, you're going to see, obviously, Mendoza go number 1. You're going to see a guy like Reese go number 2. And I think what's going to end up happening is I think there's going to be a pass rusher available at pick 5 that somebody might want to come up for. We'll have to see what happens, obviously. There's a lot of time between now and then. But the Giants, I think it's safe to say, don't need a pass rusher. We got Burns, obviously one of the best in the league, based on last year at least. We got Abdul Carter. We're all kind of optimistic on. Kayvon Thibodeau may stay, may get traded. We'll find out that one.
I want to trade Thibodeau.
I want to trade him with a day 2 pick for him, but somebody's got to want to trade him. It takes 2 to tango at that point, So, and if nobody's going to give me anything but a day 3 pick, I might as well keep him for another year.
Yep.
Yeah.
1 year of Kayvon is worth more than a 5th round draft pick. I'm sorry, it is.
No
So
doubt.
This is an argument we've had on the show quite a bit this past month.
yeah. So I mean, it really depends on where they're at. Like Reuben Bain Jr. is obviously one of the top pass rushers to get. Miami had over 20 sacks with Miami this year, an absolute freaking beast.
Oh
But
my goodness, super freak.
He came in though with arms like Wandell Robinson in the combine. He got like 30
Yeah, how
inches.
did he do in the combine? I saw something about, well, one team measured him at 30 inches and another team measured him at 32 inches.
Well, they're
His
saying
high jump was
30
5
point-
foot.
30 and 7/8 of an inch. And
Something
under
about-
32 considered too short arms to be effective in the NFL is what they say. Again, who knows? Because they'll say short quarterbacks don't work. Look at Drew Brees. I mean, stuff happens.
It's all in the heart, man. That guy got a motor. He can play. I don't care how
I
long
didn't,
his
I
arms
didn't see
are.
what the cardiologist said. I can't say.
Yeah, it's funny. Like with tackles, you have to have a certain wingspan length,
Yep.
and if you don't have that length, oh, sorry, you're a guard now. You just
That's what
lost
happens.
millions of dollars. Sorry. You know what? If
That's
that's
what
the case, I'd be on like a rack, like stretching my arms.
Yeah.
And
Old
Yeah.
like medieval torture, just like
First
yeah,
off,
something
don't
like
think for a second these guys don't do every trick they can to possibly get another half an inch. They wouldn't
Yeah.
be the first
It's
guys
the
trying
camera
to get
angle.
the record.
it's
the
the
I'm saying.
camera
quarterbacks
angle.
and hand size. They do things to stretch out their fingers if they have
It
short,
wouldn't
if they have
shock me at
small
all.
hands.
It wouldn't shock me at all. Now, but what I was saying though is, would you look at what the Giants are doing? What they've been mostly going after as far as the interviews, at least the ones that became public. Again, a lot don't become public. We got to imagine they probably met with Downs. Downs said he met with 12 teams, didn't say which ones. He will refuse to do it. But the ones that we know they have met with are linebackers, corners, and defensive tackles. And you're not really taking those guys at 5.
Right.
So
right.
I think they trade down personally. I
Yeah.
think the only guy they'd be interested at 5, the 2 guys I think they'd be interested at 5. Sonny Styles, the linebacker at Ohio State, if he's still available,
It's got
or
style.
Caleb Downs is the safety at Ohio State potentially. Otherwise, my dream scenario, trade down to around 10, because that's where the Bengals pick is why I'm saying it.
Makes
We
sense.
all know they're going to need a pass rusher. So there's a potential to move up. They're going to lose Trey Hendrickson probably in the free agency, obviously. Go and get a guy like Peter Woods who can stop the run. That kid is a freaking brick wall in the defensive line. That's what we're missing more than anything else, is a guy who can clog up the middle and stop the run. You put him next to hopefully a revived Dexter Lawrence, who obviously was battling the injuries coming back from last year, maybe battling a little bit of, I don't want to say depression, but a little bit of a down mindset from everything going on with the losing franchise the last couple of years. You get that guy motivated playing next to Peter Woods, whew, good luck trying to run on us finally.
This is going to be fascinating because it's not just that the Giants got a new coach and new coordinators. Almost like 3/4 of the league got a new coach and new coordinators. So every team, every new coach is going to come in and say, I like this guy. I don't want anything to do with this guy or whatever. So yeah, it would be smart for the Giants to trade back, get more picks, get more of Harbaugh's type of people. So yeah,
100%. And we're missing what round
pick.
3. Yep. Round 3 picks. So like you trade back, and depending on what you're giving up, especially like if you're going to go down a couple spots, like you're still getting some nice picks that are worthwhile. You're not getting 7th picks.
And it's a decent depth in the draft. It's not necessarily top heavy.
Yeah.
So it's smart to move back, get the extra picks, because getting even a guy like, let's say hypothetically, and again, we don't know what kind of trade they're going to make, but getting like the 20th pick in the draft compared to the 35th is not as big a jump as it usually is in most years. And even 5, there's not a lot of guys who are like, this is a can't miss prospect. You know, this isn't a guy that you go, okay, this is a future Hall of Famer kind of guy. And that's why Caleb Downs is being talked about so much, because a lot of people have a ton of faith in him. But to me, I go back to the Saquon argument a couple of years ago at pick 2. You're picking a safety at pick 5. And if he's a great player and he's a Pro Bowl player, listen, that's a great pick. Makes all the sense in the world. But if he doesn't pan out at that top ceiling, you're going to go back and say, God damn, we got an average safety at pick 5.
It's a luxury pick. It's someone like Denver or the Rams or someone would take someone like that. Yeah, you don't take a safety that high. This high, you take a quarterback or a tackle or something impactful.
Quarterback. Sensitive subject.
Hey, I seen a mock draft. They had Downs go number 2 to the Jets. So I've seen that draft where they had him at number 2. So
What happened? He got a defensive back as a head coach.
Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah, he was Eric Glenn. I still say we could get one way back. I don't think we should go for Bradley or Reeves. with the second
You going
pick, the 16th pick.
You going
You
for
don't
what's
see
the
that.
name out of Miami?
The other safety.
Oh no, I was saying
Who-
quarterback wise. They're going for Carson Beck.
No, we don't want to.
Oh, man.
He's trying to give me a quarterback. We're not going to take a quarterback
I
in this draft.
understand that. Listen, maybe you go on a PlayStation and make a trade for Kyler Murray. I don't know.
Yeah, listen, if they
Listen, he
release
wants-
Kyler Murray, they better look into it. I tell you that much.
He wants
I
out.
mean,
He came out. He wants out of Arizona.
I would put
Arizona
money on
wants out of
Kyler
him.
Murray to the Jets. I would.
Arizona wants out of him. I'm telling you, he's lost his ability to run the ball. So now you have basically, a
better version of
a
Justin
lollipop
Fields.
filled quarterback who can't run around.
How about
We
this
saw what
one?
happened in New York last year with Russell Wilson. When you're a
How
short
about
quarterback,
this one?
you can't get around the line. There's an issue.
How about this one with the New York Jets? Spencer Rattler out of the New Orleans Saints.
I thought you wanted to
That's-
win.
Hey, listen,
Whoa.
we could take
Maybe
this
they're-
quarterback and
Maybe
we
they're
could
just
probably
tanking
do something.
for Manning next year.
Seriously, you might as well just keep freaking Justin Fields at that point. What the hell?
Well,
Hey, listen, he doesn't stay healthy enough, that guy. He doesn't stay healthy.
I
Yeah,
was going to
that's the
say,
problem.
listen, if you want Madden next year, like, why would you want to draft a quarterback this year? And like, why would you want to win? You're going to have to lose because he's going to have to be a top prospect next year. No.
Keep Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah, I don't think the Jets are going to go for a quarterback this year. Like I said, next year's draft, I believe they'll try to get a
Isn't it
quarterback.
funny how every single year we hear that though? Like next year's the year for quarterbacks. This is a
Seriously,
horrible year.
every single
Next
year they
year.
say the same thing. Oh, next year, wait till next year, wait till next year. They say the
Yeah.
same thing every single year. This year was supposed to be the year for quarterbacks. Look what happened.
And look at even 2 years ago, like we're talking about, the one with Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
And Bo Nix. Even that year, when the draft started coming, all of a sudden people are tearing these guys apart. Oh, this is a second round guy. This is a third round guy. This is that.
Yeah.
And
Dixon
like,
first
what
round.
is it we have as and I don't know if it's analysts or fans or whatever it is that keeps on doing this every year.
Hey,
Like-
that's the way they sell tickets, man, for the draft. You know what it is. That's the way they do things. It's
Listen,
about the quarterback. It's a quarterback-driven league. So that's why they try to promote these quarterbacks all the time. That's what it looks like to me.
Listen, we've all had that friend that had that really wanted to get with this girl and kept on holding out, hoping to get this girl. And every other girl that goes towards him, he just, I'm good. I'm waiting for this one. You know what? That guy ends up dying alone.
Yep.
And
Sound like the Jets. They're gonna be like the Jets. They're never
Hey,
gonna
at
get
least
the
Jets
girl.
got the one. Jets got the one.
We- Yeah, Joe
Nobody
Layman
got
a
away.
long time ago.
The one that got
He pulled
away.
out pantyhose.
Nobody's gonna be like the Jets, who probably have one of the worst owners in the NFL. Woody Johnson is.
listen, his kid was playing Madden
Woody
and told him how to
Johnson,
fix
he
the team.
definitely not getting laid.
Hey, we got to figure it out, man.
Woody
Takes
Johnson
time.
didn't want those report cards to come out. So the good thing those didn't come out because we saw every report card today.
It's so scary to think the Jets literally haven't won a Super Bowl since a man walked to the moon.
Wow.
Yeah, listen, it's been a while. Hey, I don't feel bad. My New York Knicks are in the same boat, so it's all good.
It's
It's
crazy.
all good.
Was that in January of '69 when the
Yep.
Jets
It
won?
was.
Okay, and the moon landing was July of '69, I believe.
Correct.
So
Yeah,
wow,
yeah.
we're
So
good.
a man has been on the moon.
And they get ready to
Tell
go
you
back
what.
again, so maybe we'll be right at get ready to go back to the moon. So we'll see what
The
happens.
year we set foot on Mars, that's the Jets are going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yep.
They won't win,
Think about this. It's been so long that back when the last time the Jets won the Super Bowl, the Star Trek was still on, and now Shatner's in his 90s going to the moon with Amazon.
Right.
Yeah, he didn't go to the moon. He didn't go to the moon, but he went up there. But you're funny. I like you. I like where you're going with this, Bob. I like you. I like you a lot.
The Jets actually
It's all
almost
good.
went to the Super Bowl a few times in the past like 20 years.
I saw
Hey.
Joe Namath.
Like I said,
You said the Jets win.
Mark Sanchez, he got us there a couple of times, you know.
And then he got stabbed.
That was the AFC Championship game, not the Super Bowls.
Right.
Yeah, we beat
I
the
said they
Pittsburgh
almost went to the
Steelers
Super
on
Bowl.
our way going there.
Super.
And now Mark Sanchez take himself to the hospital instead. So I mean,
no, he didn't take himself. He got escorted to the hospital. There's a difference. He got himself stabbed.
yes.
Wait, was Mark Sanchez the last good Jets quarterback?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Well,
so.
Vinny.
Princess Verdi.
no.
There you go.
I'm going to throw this out there.
he came after Vinny.
Yeah. I'm going to throw this out there. The Jets ruined Mark Sanchez. The Jets ruined Mark Sanchez, point blank.
Rex
They looked
Ryan.
at what Brady did.
Ruined Mark Sanchez.
No, they
Rex
looked at what
Ryan.
Brady did. They looked at what Brady did in New England and thought they can do the same thing with him. And they just took away Thomas Jones. They took away his wide receivers. They took away his offensive line. Like,
Absolutely.
he wasn't good enough to do it on his own.
Right. I remember that. You know, we had the best running pound for pound running team with Thomas Jones and Richardson back there. We were beasties back there, but like you said, they ripped them all apart. And you know, Braylon Edwards played a big part of that when he was there with the Jets at that time. I mean, you know, the Jets made terrible decisions. That's what happened with their team. They're terrible. I like the pickup they have. They got rid of Johnson today, and they picked up Sweat from out of Tennessee.
See,
to
that was
stop
a Robert
that
Saleh guy.
Yeah, well, he's the one who wanted him when he moved up to get him with the 26th pick when he was reaching, and I thought that was a reach when we got him with the Jets. I think that was the draft we had Wilson, Gardner, and they went up and got this guy in that draft, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong, but he was the overreach, I believe, Johnson.
So maybe they get an edge rusher in the draft now to replace him. You got
That's why I said
Sweat replaces
I think
Quinn
they'll go
Williams for you at that point, and you know you're just moving players around at the same position.
that's why I said we
Brees
need
Hall is being held
linebacker.
hostage.
We need linebacker. So I see them going after Bradley or Reach with that second pick. That's just me. I'm hoping they go with that. And then with the 16th, if they can get a safety or cornerback, I'll be happy.
You say
They
quarterback?
should go all defense. Cornerback, CB.
Yeah.
DJ Mac 4500
I got
says
you,
if the
Frog.
quarterbacks can make more money chasing NIL than a second or third round pick makes sense for the next year quarterback nowadays. That whole NIL thing makes everything that's a whole different issue.
Yep.
Because now, you know, before quarterbacks couldn't wait to come out early to get the NFL money, and now they're getting the big money in college. And if you
And
don't
that's
know
all they're worth. They're only a quarterback because when they get to the NFL, they can't do nothing.
Yep.
I mean, come on. I mean, that's how some of these quarterbacks are not even worth it, like to me.
To me, like like Stuart Sanders kind of had to make his money in college because he's not going to make it in the NFL.
You don't know yet. He's a Pro Bowler.
Yeah.
Hey,
And with the guy from the Ravens last year.
Yeah. Tyler,
right.
you gotta let these quarterbacks
Huntley,
grow,
yeah.
man. They need time in the NFL. It's like I don't know why these owners and these teams put so much into quarterbacks. Like you're gonna come out your first year coming from college playing with high school kids, you're gonna be playing against grown men. You're not gonna come in this league thinking you're gonna just come in here and be like Jalen Daniels or all right, CJ Stroud came into the league, we lit it up. Look at them now. These guys they're hitting the ground now like, oh, this is reality.
If you're a
Whoa.
first round pick, if you're a quarterback that's going to be a first round pick, yeah, you come out. But if you don't know that for sure, if you're going to be second, third round, you're throwing away millions of dollars.
Quinn Ewers.
Quinn Ewers. I was just going to say he threw away millions of dollars. Now that dude Trinidad Chambliss, he was scratching and clawing to stay in school. I wouldn't want to go anywhere near him if I'm an NFL team. If he had the perfect opportunity. This is the draft where you want to come out because there's no good quarterbacks.
So
but
he's
no,
gonna be a Jet, you're saying.
he wants to stay in school and make all that money. And to me,
because he ain't gonna make it in the pros. That's why he knows he's
That's
not.
100%.
Yep.
I'll take my chances.
Frog, I back you up too. I'm more about develop the quarterback behind the system. Like Drew and I talked week 3. Like I was like, do not put Darnold against the Chargers. That defense is too strong. Don't put him in. And then also inserted my foot in my mouth on the podcast because when we did a post game, we won and he looked pretty damn good.
Yeah,
that's the problem with having a show. When you're wrong, it's on recording.
Yeah.
Hey, well, you'd rather be wrong.
I also Well, listen,
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
It doesn't matter how good you are. You can always develop to be better. So
Yes.
if you sit behind, the only problem is, Dart was sitting behind. Yeah.
Russell Wilson.
Yeah, and Winston. So
Even sitting behind Russell Wilson, he was easy to spot 'cause he's a good foot taller.
I thought it was so funny that one game Dart got hurt and Russell Wilson was in there, and Dayball saw 2 plays of Russell Wilson. And he went in that tent and screamed, like, I don't care if Dart got decapitated. I want him in the game and not Russell Wilson. That was so.
It cost him some money for doing that too. He got fined for going in that tent.
As a Giants fan, I found that embarrassing.
Yeah, it was kind of like
that was embarrassing.
Yeah,
that was probably the final nail in the coffin for Dayball.
Oh no, that was when we were flying high. We just beat the Eagles that game and everything. That was like the highlight of the season. If we had lost that game, that would have been potentially the final nail. Honestly, the nail for Dayball in the end was the fact that he didn't hold players accountable whatsoever. He made club med style training camps, let the players do whatever the hell they wanted, and was the biggest jerk to all his assistant coaches he could possibly be.
And then looked good for 3 quarters of football until it got to the 4th quarter and lost every single game.
Gee, I wonder why. Maybe because he had the club med thing and they ran out of gas.
Yep.
Yep.
So how many, now that Harbaugh is in charge, how many Ravens is he going to try to acquire either through free agency or through trade? Like, if he is he going to trade for Marlon Humphrey?
Why? They're going to cut him anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, honestly, with that contract, I don't see they're going to keep him. I think.
What about that center?
They'll make
he's
an
a
offer.
free agent.
Yeah, they'll make an offer, but a lot of people are going to make an offer.
And you don't want to be paying $30 million for a center.
No.
Or some crazy.
It's going to happen.
Even 20 million is a high point.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's probably this ballpark's probably about 20, and it's
he's a great run blocker, but honestly, he's not as good at pass blocking as you would like to. A guy you're going to pay $20 million a year to, and that's the thing. It's like if you want to do a running offense, then yeah, great. You got a guy right in the middle who literally will pull like a guard, go to the second level, and block a linebacker. Like, he's amazing at run blocking.
A tackle, tackle. You want to pay that much? Not a center.
That's what it is nowadays.
But
Sally.
My point is, Harbaugh's going to want to get his guys, the people on the Ravens that he loved. He's going to want to bring in some way. So I could see trades happening, or I could see them trying to get as many Ravens free agents as he can.
Let me ask you this: what kind of relationship did he have with Matt Nagy before you hired him?
None that I know of.
What kind of relationship did he have with Brian Callahan before you hired him?
None.
I think he's already shown with his coaching hires, he doesn't need to go get his guys. He wants to get the guys he thinks fits.
Okay, that's coaching.
He's a good coach too. I think he can make it work.
But in the end, you just want players that fit your scheme. Now, don't get me wrong. Every guy that brings people in, you're going to bring people in that know your system, because they also work almost like secondary coaches on the team at that point to help guys get in the right position and stuff like that. I don't think it's going to be like what the Giants have done the last couple regimes, where they go get, okay, we need to get as many Buffalo Bills as we can. Okay, we need to get as many Patriots as we can. You know, like what's his name that we got a couple of years ago? James Betcher, we got him. We literally got every single Cardinals defensive player free agent we possibly could. Like, I don't think it's going to be like that. I think they're going to look at this purely from, does this make sense from a football standpoint? That's it. And if there's a tiebreaker and I got a connection to him, maybe that's the tiebreaker. But I don't think they purposely go get every single Raven they possibly can. I don't think it's going to be like that. I wouldn't be shocked if you get a couple of Ravens, a couple of Titans, because keep in mind, there's a lot of Titans guys as well. They're going to be free agents, a lot of Titans connections there as well. You got obviously the defensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach. You got also the linebackers coach. All those guys all from Tennessee. So you'll probably see some Titans, probably see some Ravens. I don't think it's going to be an overload of those guys.
I agree with you on that. I think that the way the Giants are built, they're going to be drafting their own players for Harbaugh, and then he's going to bring in those ex players like Ray Lewis, Ed Reed. They're going to come in and talk to Thibodeau. They're going to talk to Abdul Carter. When Ray Lewis gets in Abdul Carter's ear, Watch the change in that kid. I'm telling you. Those are the
he might stab player like an Abdul Carter to sit there in a meeting with Ray Lewis and Lawrence.
Yes.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Oh,
if your ears don't perk up for a conversation like that, there's something wrong with you. We got to cut you right now.
Yeah, he's gonna come out of that meeting like a wild man. I'm telling you.
Didn't he want LT's number?
He did want LT's number. He also wanted Phil Simms' number.
That wouldn't work out.
Yeah, I don't know about the numbers stuff, but I know Jim Harbaugh's going to have Ray Lewis come in there and talk to those linebackers and those players. And Ed Reed's going to come in there. He got so many players to come in that are past players that played so hard in this league that these players are going to look up to. And he don't need other players from, the past that played. I think the old players are going to give him enough advice to help him out. That's just me.
Yeah.
I mean, if I knew Ray Lewis was coming in, I couldn't sleep the next day. I wouldn't be able to sleep. I don't know about you guys, but it's going to be something special.
Look what we got the Giants. We got Lawrence Taylor. You got Carl Banks sitting right there. You got Harry Carson sitting right there. You got Michael Strahan in the area. OC, you got all these guys. We got the Giants have plenty of guys to do the Giant kind of.
Absolutely. I agree, guys.
We do have, the Giants. We got a whole bunch of guys that these guys can, look up to.
Yeah, I agree.
Those guys weren't the killer that Ray Lewis was. Just saying.
Yeah, Ray Lewis is a different animal.
Allegedly.
I was talking about the football field, Rob. What are you talking about?
Just saying.
Yeah, he really took a stab at some people.
The Giants, I get your point.
The Giants right now have the 19th most salary cap space at only $7 million. So does that mean they're not going to make any big splashes in free agency? Are they gonna have to cut some people?
Anybody here a fan of Whose Lines anyway?
Yeah.
The salary cap is like the points in Whose Lines anyway. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They'll figure it out. They got so many guys they can cut. It's not even funny right now that they're going to cut. Hudson's going to get cut. That's even like $5 million. Gano's going to be cut. I mean, all these different players, they're going to cut. We did the math was, Rob, we ended up like $60 million in cap space by the time we're done.
When you want to be very optimistic, because you get rid of Carrick, you get rid of like Tibbs, you get rid of some of these bigger players that people want to keep. Like Carrick, like Drew likes to call him, he's a sack piler. Like, are you going to pay him?
Yeah,
$20 billion next year.
Rob and I disagree on the most is Okereke. I think Okereke is going to get cut. You save about $9 million in the cap space, and I think you can get a guy just as good cheaper.
Well, why would you cut Tibbs though?
Thibodeau. Not you would cut him because he's making him. You're saving about $15 million in the cap.
Yeah.
Brian Burns' cap hit right now is $36.5 million. Yep. They could rearrange that.
Here's the problem: you rearrange it. Keep in mind the player has to be okay with it. So why would Burns do that unless he's getting a pay increase?
Well,
So you're pretty much
he's good.
Down the road.
Yeah, but what I'm just saying is don't kick the can down the road with him. You got Dexter Lawrence, you got Andrew Thomas, you got a couple guys you can restructure. You don't necessarily have to. You got enough guys with bad contracts like the Devin Singletaries of the world that you can go ahead and cut. That I'm telling you can make plenty of cap space. The Giants are just fine cap wise. I'm not worried about that at all.
Yeah. Even if like some of the stuff like Drew and I disagreed on, like we figured out.
Yeah, like John Runyon. John Runyon's $9.25 million if you cut him.
Best case scenario, like we free up $60 million, right? I'm at the ballpark where we have 45.
And that's before any restructuring.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because look at what Patrick Mahomes, what they did with him. Restructured his, and he ended up with that $43 million whatever bonus he got.
Every year the Chiefs are low on the salary cap, and then they convert his money, Mahomes' money, to guaranteed or whatever, and they free up $50 million or something like that. It's crazy.
Yeah. Here you go. Here's the numbers.
Yeah. Here's it real fast though. Like, how many players would you say as good as Patrick Mahomes are on the New York Giants?
None.
Yeah.
So, like, why would we want to restructure something like that? Like, who would you restructure in that sense?
Brian Burns is
Burns.
That's way too much of a cap hit.
Yeah, honestly,
Andrew Thomas.
I wouldn't extend Thomas. I'm in the minority in that one because all the injury issues. He had one healthy season again. Now we want to extend him. People want to go ahead and trade him or get rid of him at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, but the way, like you said, the cap doesn't matter. Contracts don't matter either. Extend him or put dead years or whatever the heck they call it, just to reduce the cap hit. So
if you have to, and that's the thing, you might not have to. Here's the numbers. I got the over the cap up right now for you. Here's the numbers they can save by cutting specific players. And again, the first two Rob and I will disagree on, and that's Okereke, $9 million, $9.25 million for John Runyon, $5.3 million by cutting James Hudson, $5.2 million by cutting Devin Singletary, $4.5 million by cutting Graham Gano. I think it's pretty safe to say he's getting cut. I mean, and there's plenty of guys that you look in like a Jalen Hyatt, $1.5 million there. There's plenty of wasted money on this roster. It's not even funny.
And just remember, the cap went up by what, 20-30 million this year or something like that. Tennessee has 92 million to spend right now. Vegas has 87 million. The Chargers have 87 million. The Jets have 76 million. What are they going to do? Who is the Jets going to get for 76 million?
Spencer Rattler.
Rattler's he's staying in New Orleans. He's still the rookie contract. There's no way
2-year, 140 million contract. Let's go.
Yeah. Listen, they're going to overpay for a lot of players because who's going to want to come to the Jets? No offense. Who's going to want to come to the Jets? A fair deal.
Yeah. I don't think that's why I don't think they're going to use that money yet. I don't think they're going to go like that route. That's just me. They need to draft some draft players. They need defensive players. This draft, get players. Just get players. That's me. Then next year you can start making moves.
The Jets are the ones that should be trading down.
They should be. And you keep on talking about Rattler. You keep on talking about Rattler. And
I'm just saying as a backup quarterback. I'm just saying. But listen, with the second pick, guys, all we have to do is take a guy like Bradley or Reese. Whatever they do after that, they got the 16th pick. Maybe they can get somebody to want to move up and take that pick and move back and get draft pick. They got, we'll see what happens. But they better take Reese or Bradley. That's just me with the second pick.
Saying Reese is the next Micah Parsons.
They say I like his tape. I've seen him a couple of times at Ohio State play a couple of games. But that kid Bradley, he's a freak too, man. This guy's motor's nonstop. Texas Tech.
Bradley, I'm sorry.
I seen him play.
Bradley.
I mean, who would you take
from Texas Tech?
Yeah. Texas Tech guy, Bradley.
6'3", 250.
David Bradley.
David Bailey.
Bailey.
Yeah.
I said Bradley.
I'm pretty sure it's same. But wait a minute, Bradley. Am I missing?
I'm sorry about that.
Top prospect in the draft.
His favorite games are Milton Bradley.
Yeah.
My bad about that.
No, I'm just making sure we're on the same page.
I meant to say Bailey. My bad.
But with the cap going up like crazy, we're gonna by the time free agency hits, we're gonna see crazy numbers, and we're gonna say, why on earth are they paying this guy this much? It's because we can. That's why the salaries are about to go up big time.
100%. Every year they go up, but every year when the cap goes up, guess what happens? Supply and demand. You got the supply. Give me that because you're in demand.
Yeah.
So
we looked at it what 5 years ago. You say $20 million for top flight receiver. That's crazy. 2 years from now, the top flight receiver is going to be paid $35 million, and we're going to be like, that's nuts. But
you're going to see a quarterback make 60-70 million a year at some point.
Oh yeah,
very soon. You got 55 already.
Within the next couple of years, no problem at all. But we do need to head out. Rob and I we're doing our show at 9 o'clock there. So,
okay, what is that show, guys?
Two giant goofballs.
No way. No way.
That's the name. That's the name. Listen, don't blame us. It's the truth in advertising laws.
Oh man, I love it. Congratulations, guys. Good luck with that. I love it.
Hey guys, thanks so much for coming on.
Yeah,
thank you.
Nice meeting you both. It was a lot of fun. See you guys soon.
All right, good talking to y'all.
See ya.
Later.
Ciao.
What else is there to bring up?
Hey, I thought we had some topics on this. on these Jets coming up this season.
Well, hey, Frog, I'm gonna bring this up. I think Reese, the kid from Ohio State, is gonna be another Vernon Golston. Remember him?
Oh my God! Don't say that. Listen to me. I remember when we went from Ohio State when he came out. I was like, okay, we got our Lawrence Taylor. Like this was gonna be our guy. What a bust! Terrible.
Looked like
terrible.
Played like Jane. Looked like Tarzan played like Jane.
Hey, he had the body. He had everything. This guy. He was the number 1 recruit linebacker coming out of college that year. And what did he do with the Jets? He tanked. He was terrible. One of the worst picks we ever had, besides, I think, Blair, the running back out of Penn State. We drafted him, and he got hurt.
He got hurt.
You remember?
His was he got hurt.
Yes, that's terrible. Byron, don't jinx me like that, please.
Man. Reese is going to be the next Vernon Golston. Look like Tarzan, play like him.
Don't do that to me, man. I like Reese. I like his motor. You can line him up anywhere. You can put him anywhere, and he's going to be coming. He could be a down, up, in the middle, he's all over the place. It's Bailey that I would rather have as far as he'll come in there right away. To me,
yeah, but did you see the other guy's numbers today? Sonny Styles, the other linebacker. So he
from Ohio State. He's the man too now. Like Styles can play.
You got your choice.
Yeah, but listen, they got to do something on that back end. We're the only team in this past year that didn't even have an interception. Come on, man. We got to get some help at that back end. And I think if they went for downs with the second pick, a safety, that would be too high to take a safety. So I don't see the Jets taking it.
Yeah, but none of those corners, the kid from LSU, none of them are worthy, that high. That's high for like some of these corners that are, they're going to be available this year. And if anything, trade down. Trade down the 10. Stay in the top 10, get picks.
They could take Bailey or Reese with that number 2 pick. When they get to the 16th pick, if somebody wants to come up and make a pay for one of those players, then that would be probably a good move for them to do that. I mean, they could move back then, but that number 2 pick, they got to take a linebacker. And if this guy is the guy, hopefully Bailey or Reese is the guy, I'm gonna be happy with that pick. That's just me.
Don't take Reese. Don't do it.
I don't know. Don't do that to me, Byron. Don't do that to me. We have good. When we take Ohio State players, we usually get good players from Ohio State, and the Jets are known for taking Ohio State players. That's what we do.
Where's Justin Fields from?
Ohio State.
But he was a quarterback.
Nick Mango. Nick Mango was from Ohio State. We get players from Ohio State. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
But the thing is, it's still early. We're just getting into the combine. Then we're gonna have the pro days. Then we're gonna have all the intel come out. So people that are high now, maybe they'll still be high, 2 months from now, or maybe they'll be like they'll come down or whatever. So
hey, listen, Bailey ran a 4.5 today. I knew that. He came out the gates flying 4.5 linebacker edger. That's we're going to look at this guy and Reese too. I think that's what they're going to do. I think they got rid of Johnson, right? They just traded Johnson today. And I know like the way they think, why would you get rid of, you need linebackers. Why would you get rid of them? You're going to put Quincy Williams on the free market. He's going to be gone. That's what I see with that second pick, guys. I'm hoping anyway.
Do you like Aaron Glenn? Do you like him as a coach?
Oh man, I love Aaron. I loved him as a player when he came out of school. He ran a 4.27.
As a player, I'm talking about as a coach.
Listen, he only was an assistant with Detroit all this time. He was a Parcells guy. And let me tell you something. Aaron Glenn's he knows football, man. You know, he's a football guy. And Parcells, if you got a guy like Parcells calling you, picking your brain, you got to be something special, because I think he just needs time to develop. That's all. Give him some time. That's all. Like any other
well
coach.
that first year.
Yeah, but did Aaron Glenn make a
He
mistake?
didn't have to.
Did Aaron Glenn make a mistake going to the Jets? Because, like I said before, Woody Johnson's a bad owner. He's a bad owner. And did he make a mistake? You know, is Woody Johnson going to give him time to develop? You know, that's
I'm hoping, Byron, you know, just knowing the circumstances that Aaron Glenn played there before, he's familiar with the Jets way. Hopefully, the owner would give him time to develop his team, like get his players in. Same way that Detroit did with Dan Campbell. They gave him all the time he went. With Dan Campbell, they didn't win but one game. Don't get it twisted. They went like 16 and like 1-16, like his first year or something with Detroit. So, you know, give it some time. I mean,
Okay,
patience.
Let's say the Jets start bad. Let's say they're like 2-8 or something like that. You think they're sticking with Aaron Glenn, or do you think they're going to fire him next year?
They're going to stick with him.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Listen, this is hey Joe, let me explain something to you what New York fans unfortunately don't have. They don't have patience. You see, when it comes to sporting teams in New York, the fans will run you at it. And that's the problem with their sports teams in New York. They let the fans take advantage of them because of sports radio. The only team, there's 2 teams now. It really was 3, but the Giants, they slipped off a little bit. The New York Yankees are one of those teams that don't let nobody in. They don't worry about the noise. They just do what they do. You see what I'm saying? They don't let people talk them out of getting this player, that player. They're under control. The New York Knicks are starting to pick that same situation up too. They don't let people tell them what to do now. They got new owner, new management. They're better equipped that, okay, we're going to keep these players here. We're going to have patience. Let's start building up a roster. That's the only way you can win in the pros. You can't just keep turning over. And New York sports teams, they just don't have patience. They just turn over the Jets. They can't get it right. They're like that. They just can't get right. You see what I'm saying? So hopefully, I'm saying that Woody Johnson will let Aaron Glenn have a little time. That's all.
You're right. New York is a whole different animal. It is.
They don't play, man. The fans will run you out.
It is a lot more pressure with a New York team than any other place. Jacksonville isn't facing that kind of pressure. You know, Tennessee isn't facing that kind of pressure. It's a whole different thing. And I don't know. It depends on. I agree with you, Byron. I am no fan of Johnson. I think he's a pretty crappy owner. But
yeah, a lot of people say that. I mean, he gives us the best chance to win because he's our owner. I can't really knock him. He inherited a bad team, so
right.
It was bad. It was bad from the jump when we had Bill Belichick for one day when he took over as the owner. So.
One day, he's like, I'm out of here.
That's right there should tell you how the Jets are going to be from here on out. So, you know, like nobody wants a part of a bad organization, and that's just sad. It's hopefully it can change. Maybe like people want them to sell the team. I mean, it's still going to be the Jets. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, but
we share the same stadium. We share the same stadium with a team that got Super Bowls. Like it's their stadium. It was called Giant Stadium for a reason. Why would you want them to build it and call it MetLife? We still share the same stadium, which is stupid. Like, for me being a Jet fan, I wish things were a lot different, but it is what it is. I mean, I got to hold on. I became a Jet fan since I was a kid. I'm not going to just jump shit because they got a bad owner. I mean, I got memories with Freeman McNeil and, other Al Toon. There's so many great players that came through here that gave me so much joy to be a Jet fan. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll always cherish that. So
Your
I mean,
team is
they
your
need to
team.
get their own stadium. That's
No
all.
matter what, whether up or down, good or bad, you stick with your team. That's
I'm bleeding green right now. Game green.
Byron. What they need is they need to make Woody Johnson the ambassador of some place, so he goes away and his brother runs the team, because it seems like the team went better when his brother ran the team.
I thought the team went worse when his brother was running it. They had Robert Salas in there. Those are the guys that tried to dream like we're gonna win right now. Let's go get Aaron Rodgers, which was stupid. Like, listen, Joe Douglas was building a pretty decent team through the draft. When he got ear of Aaron Rodgers, that's when everything messed up. That's all.
Aaron Rodgers take over the whole team, and that was pathetic. Aaron Rodgers brought in all his buddies, and they just let him take over. The Steelers were like, no, we're having none of that. You could play on the team. That's about it, buddy. You have no say here.
This is what the Jets need to do. They need to have Woody Johnson, like we said before, go back to being an ambassador somewhere, and then have his brother sell a team while he's gone.
Hey, look at Washington. Washington had the worst owner. He was a horrible person. They made him sell, and now they have a great
owner. Woody Johnson ain't as bad as that guy. Like, come on.
True. That's true.
Come on. Like, this Snyder guy was just a straight dick. Excuse me, I'm just saying, come on. Woody's not that bad. Woody gives so much to people. He does charitable work for a lot of people. Now, Snyder.
Wait. Isn't he the one that had his two sons, involved in the draft as far as wanting to pick certain players? Is that true?
They let the grandkid run pick players because of what their ratings were on Madden.
Yeah, that's not true. That's just that's not true.
It's not true.
Yes,
it's a rumor. Okay, allegedly.
Like
Ray Lewis.
That's not true. Yeah. They can make all this stuff up. That's not true.
But they should at least give Aaron Glenn at least 2 years. Let him. But there has to be hope. There has to be some hope. Like,
all right,
for the end of next year. Because if there's no hope, then I don't know.
Joe, listen. This is what I gotta tell you. They gotta have patience. He's a new coach. He's never had coaching experience. He got Frank Wright coming in there. I think Frank Wright is going to help him a little bit more. He's going to start calling plays on defense. He'll have more control this year. So we'll see. I just think, he needs more time. The Jets are a terrible, terrible organization. And the only way that you can make it come back is by winning. And you're not going to win tomorrow. You got to.
They should have patience, but will they have patience? That's the question, and we'll see.
Like you said before, if they're 2-8, he getting fired. That's all I'm gonna say.
Nah, I don't.
It depends on how they look when they're 2-8. If they're like close in every game, I mean, the Giants were close in a bunch of games last year. It's like, okay, I see the hope, but if they're getting blown out every game and it looks bad, I don't know. The only way you're okay with that is if you're tanking for Manning.
In the first game of the year against the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Jets played the best football of the whole year. That was their best game.
They almost won,
and they lost it. They lost that game, but that was the best game they played all year. And that's what I'm saying. They got to come out like that all year long, consistently. If they don't lose, if they can win, they can pull them out. You got to get some turnovers. You got to get interceptions. You got to do a lot of things. They got a bad team. They got to build that team up with some more better athletes.
2-8, he getting fired.
No, I don't see that happening.
What does Victor always say? Get the receipts. We have you on record, Byron, saying Reese is going to be a bust and the Jets will be bad. So here we go.
He's another. I'll say, look like Tarzan, play like Jane.
No,
$1 million
hoping
body,
they-
10-cent head. We'll see.
I'm hoping they have a little bit more patience, guys, with my Jets. Truthfully.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. You see, I got company here, Byron.
Yes, I know. Yeah, I see.
Yeah. This is her time. Like,
Yeah, you cutting into her time, man.
yeah, I got to watch over my shoulder. She'll come out here and spill stuff on my head. She's a practical joker, so I got to watch her sometimes.
Is she a Jets fan too?
Unfortunately, she is. Unfortunately. She doesn't care to put that green on too much, but she'll wear it for daddy. She's pretty good with that. So
check this out. We had a dude that we were delivering to, like Meals on Wheels, that I delivered to. It was a Jet fan. He was 105 years old. He had more memorabilia than anybody I've ever seen in his.
I bet.
The walls everywhere. I mean, it was Joey. It was worse than yours. I mean, not worse than yours, but it looked like yours. It was stuff all over. I mean, just Jet, and he's right smack in the middle of Philadelphia. I was like, man, how you get away with that? I've been a Jet fan my whole life. I was like, 105, 105.
Oh, bless him. Hey, at least he got a chance to see the first Super Bowl. Yeah. I mean, he might have been there when the Titans were playing. I don't know.
He was an old man when the Super Bowl, when that Super Bowl went. That was.
I was gonna say he was an old man when they won the Super Bowl, and he was a young man when they won the championship with the Titans. So he was around when they were playing. Because the Jets are only 60 years old, about like 60, 70 years old as a team. So they're not that old as a franchise. So he's been there all his life. Really, that's the case. So God bless him.
Yeah, good guy.
That's good. Good. God bless him. Yeah, I happen to fall into the Jets. Like my brothers and all. I grew up with Dallas Cowboys and Giant fans all around me. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, I can't be like those guys.
You could be a Jets fan in Philly.
But listen, hey Joe, you got to remember when the Jets were coming up, they had some pretty good. They were a bad team, but they had players that I liked. They had Freeman McNeil. I was a big fan of him, and Al Toon was another guy that I came out of college. I used to like when he I liked it. Todd, when they had a quarterback, we had a decent quarterback.
Yeah, who was that
at
guy?
that time?
Todd.
Richard Todd.
Richard Todd. That's who it was.
Yeah. So we had some players come through. We lost to Miami in the championship game. They boarded down the field that year. They had AJ Dewey picked us off and ran it in, and we lost that game.
What, 84, 85?
We had Parcells took us to the championship. Him and the Belichick. When we had John Abraham, he decides to get hurt, or he couldn't play in that game up in Denver because it was the sky, the height and the humid, whatever his breathing problem.
Oh,
and,
it was asthma thing, because I know some players, if they have a
he had got it real bad that year, and the championship game we just couldn't. We were winning 10-0 going in, and then it came out we couldn't finish the job. Rex Ryan got us there on a couple occasions. I had some wonderful moments being a Jet. I ain't gonna lie. I just want more of it. If it was consistent, yes, but it's just not in the cards for a Jet fan to have consistency. We're just not built that way. So hopefully,
you had two of my teammates also played the Jets. Tom Baldwin, he played for them in the '90s, the '80s, and Dennis Byrd.
Dennis Byrd was one of them. Hey, listen, those were good teams, man. Like Mark Gastineau and what's his name, Marty Lyons, and all these guys. Sack Exchange.
Don't forget Joe
Abdul Salam. That team was special. Like they had a good defense at that time. Like I said, they had a good team, but they just couldn't get over the hump. It is what it is.
Dennis Byrd, is that the guy that got crippled or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Dennis Byrd, man, that was a sad day. I'll never forget that game against the Kansas City Chiefs. And yeah, I can remember like it was yesterday, like, watching that game. It was crazy.
The crazy thing, he went through all that, started walking again, and then gets killed in a car accident, drunk drive.
No. Oh, that's
got hit by a car or something, right? Or something like that?
The car accident in Tulsa, outside of Tulsa.
Car.
it's a shame.
Yeah. The Jets.
Man, he's a good guy.
Yeah, that was a good special team with Bird. I can remember those things.
Yeah, they've had some good teams, and we'll see. We'll see if the Jets can rise again, but we'll see. We'll see if the Giants can rise again.
So all it got to be is patience. I think that's what the Jets have to have right now at this time is patience, because you're not going to win anything. You're not winning next year. You're not winning the year after. That's why I say they need to not let the fans get. If the Jets are bad again, let it be. But they should just let it keep going until they get it right. That's just me. So
we'll see.
Hopefully they'll do that.
We'll see. We got a long way to go. We're just starting.
Yeah, we do.
We got the combine, then we get free agency. That's going to be crazy. And then the draft is coming. So we got a long way. This I remember when the off season was nothing. When it was nothing happened in the off season, and now we talk about just as much as during outside of the season.
Absolutely,
during the season. It's crazy.
Absolutely. I mean, come on, you got some players that are going to be on a free market, like free agents. Like if we could tag Priest Hall, I mean, let me ask you guys something. Do you think Priest Hall's worth $15-16 million a year?
No.
No.
All right. That's what Saquon's numbers are, like up there. You know what I'm saying? Like, who's the second best back in the NFL?
Bijan Robinson.
Okay, you know what he's getting? He's on his rookie deal still. So you're not going to get more than him. And if you can, you might as well take the $12 million the Jets are tagged you at and try to work out a deal to get about 14 and be happy, because you're not getting 17 and 16 million a year. That's not going to happen. The next player that gets that kind of money will be Bijan Robinson, because I think Christian McCaffrey gets what? 15 or what is Christian McCaffrey?
He's up there.
He's up there with him and Saquon.
Saquon, Derrick Henry.
But they're only small deals. Derrick Henry's like a 2-year deal at something like 20-something, right?
New Orleans.
But the thing is, to franchise a running back, 14-50 million, that's a lot, but that's not like if you franchise a quarterback, you franchise a tackle or something like that, you're paying 30, 40, 50 million. It's relatively cheap to franchise tag a running back. So that's probably why they're going to franchise him.
Like I said, he would make it better just taking that tag, and then he could start making money. You got to remember something. He was a second-round pick. The Jets got him in the second round with the first pick. He got a contract. He was not going to sign with the Jets unless he had a contract, which he was smart to do. So he came in with a contract his rookie year. He played it out, and now he's a free agent. So I don't think he's going to get more than $12 million. That's just me. He's lucky to get that if he gets it, and that's because he's going to be tagged.
I don't think he's good, but he's not that good.
That's what I'm saying. He's a second-round draft pick. That's why I said he's not going to get first-round money. Like he's not going to get Bijan Robinson money. I don't think.
Yeah, the whole tag thing is, I don't know. I mean, yeah, it stinks that you don't have a long-term deal, but you're still making a good 1 year. You're making good guaranteed money. So it's like, yeah, if they get hurt under their tag, a full contract is thrown out the window. Yeah, but still that 1 year you're making good money. So
that's why I said he should take it, and maybe the Jets could lock him into a long-term deal. He'll be happy as a Jet. I would be happy if we can keep him, because he's a good running back. He was good at Iowa State. I used to watch this kid. He scored a touchdown every game, it seemed like, when I watched him play. So Priest Hall is a big part of what the Jets got to do this year if they're going to, keep him.
We will see.
We'll see.
Maybe we'll see. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much. Thank you to Drew and Rob. And you will see Victor soon. And I show up occasionally every once in a while here on, but not instead of Victor. So, but Mr. Byron is here every week, every Thursday at 8. You're the Iron Man. You've never missed a show. Is that correct?
I missed one. I came in halfway through.
That still counts. That still
Okay.
counts.
Yeah, that's a show, Byron. You never missed a show. You're the Iron Man.
You're an Iron Man. You keep the streak alive. That counts.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a pleasure to be on with you, Byron, and you too, Joe. I mean, from the last time, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you.
Yep.
All right. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks to DMAC for the comments, and we'll see you next time.
All right, guys, take it easy.
See ya.
Take it easy.